the evening is quite informal, so it's better to, make it more informal. The person whom we have gathered here today is also very funny, all you know. So first of all, thank you everyone for being here in this evening. And we are remembering someone, and I think we are not that fortunate, especially me, as like Mr. Arun Rallal or even, Shovik. They call like Piyush. We cannot call that. I'll tell you a special reason for that. The year he joined advertising is 1982, and I was born 1981. So I'm really, really kind of his son, or even, maybe far more junior generation. But one thing I think today is more important to discuss about, like everybody has said their perspective, not perspective I'll say, rather the experiences, or like who has worked with them, what theories, or kind of, But today, we should also see it from a little different perspective as well. So we all know his work of art is mostly celebrated amongst us because it is in the context of India. And today, I think, maybe even 15, 20 years back, as an Indian, I assume so, as an Indian, we are not that proud, like in the next, 15 years, you have become more Indian. There are many reasons, political reasons. People might ask that for thousands of years you have been under different, dominance and all these things. But really, in the last 15, 20 years, things has happened where we have started feeling that. So there, the tribute comes for him because since then, 80s, he thought like Indian context and Indian subject could be predominantly there in the Indian advertising. And our own product, our own services can be communicated in the market in Indian context. That is where we should pay our tribute to him. This is why, especially I'll tell you, because I'm a little patriot again. I really believe the Indianness is now the in thing. So from our perspective, if we talk about the communication, what he is guru of, we talk about, and it is guru really. For us, we cannot call him Piyush or even Piyush Pandey. I'll call him like guru of advertising. Guru why? Because gu and ru, this is two words in Sanskrit, means who dispel the darkness. So actually, who actually help us to come in the light where there is a darkness. So in communication, he has really brought us into the light of real advertising which India should have followed before. Suppose I'll tell you, like, we know that it is the right tuning. We all know that radio technology, right? The sound is all there. You just need to your radio tune in that particular hertz. You can see the and hear the sound, which is probably thousands of miles away. Maybe something is getting broadcasted in London or any part of the world. You just need to tune it. So communication is that tune. You have to tune into it. Now, if you see it from this perspective, again, I'll say it very scientifically, what I have understood by, knowing people from his fraternity, even, Shovik, I follow SOS's work. While we are also working, the people who work in this industry, I think it is about, we all know it's a very, very short form of saying what is communication. So people will say scientifically that, conveying your message, your emotion, your opinion from you as a messenger and give it to someone else, you communicate it to them. But if I come just little away, it is also making relation with your, receiver whom you are giving this message. So there, if it is like explained this way, so suppose this body that we have here, all of us, we have not bought it here in this world. We have gathered it in terms of food, right? We call it like topsoil that we have gathered as a food and we have made this body. So we have gathered this body. Now in the next level, the mind that we call is basically again the gathering of information. Since our childhood, we have gathered informations, and today what we call our mindset, mind, whatever, your philosophy, that's all basically gatherings or collections of your information from this world. So now if that is the gathering of your information where you are trying to communicate, so all of a sudden if nobody knows about Hebrew here and I start talking in Hebrew, nobody will understand the communication. So very simple. If the language is the communication, way of communication, channel of communication, so that others has to also understand. So knowing my people, or my stakeholder of my communication, he understood very well. So that's perspective I'm see. So now how I define ki how much his communication gone into the, like the people or the public. Again, it's a study that we are doing actually inside our own studio. So we then realize that it is like the people whom he is communicating, it is like from follower to thinker. Why follower to thinker? So somebody whom I am just talking to, he could be my follower, right? So maybe he is 100% follower, and then another end is basically thinker. So follower is 100% follower, and after that someone 99% follower and 1% thinker. Then accordingly it goes up, and finally someone is 100% thinker. How? So if you allow, I'll just tell you a story. So there are one guru. Again, I'll talk about a guru because I'm tributing a guru. So this guru has two very fine disciples, and these two Sishya used to follow him a lot. So one of them, guru had to send somewhere. So he went outside for a few months, and another Sishya was staying with that guru. So 3-4 months he was away. So then guru all of a sudden got sick, and finally, as you know, he's a guru, he understood that he has to leave his body. So he said to other disciples that, listen, I am just going to die. So I'm telling you 2 of my commandments. You remember this for whole of your life and tell it to the other one also when he is back. I said, yes, Guruji, tell me. So then he said, like, always eat the sweet food and always work in the shadow. So he said, okay, Guruji. So he's an absolute follower. So what he started doing after Guruji was passed away, so he started having everyday food which has a lot of sweets. So he used to eat good into it for continuously, and he used to eat it. And wherever he used to walk, like his zameen and all this other way, so he made a kind of a shade, he used to walk around it, only under the shade. So he was doing that, so everywhere, his life was going like that. So one day the other disciple came back. So he came and saw like a lot of pandals out there. So he slowly moved into the house, ashram, and he asked, what happened? Then all of a sudden he got to know first that Guruji has passed away. So that was the surroundings. He could not ask why this pandal, and understood probably because that is the reason. He said, okay. So then he, after some time, he had to have the food. So we went with him, other guy, and sat for the food. And once he ate, he thought like, it's so sweet, what happened? Then he explained him that Guru has said that have the sweet food and always work under the shades. So, oh, you understood that. So he was not the follower, he was the thinker. So he said, no, he didn't mean that. He wanted to say that if you only work hard and when you have a lot of hunger, if you had any food, you will feel it like sweet. The sweet food means tasty food. So if you are really feeling hungry, if you are hungry for something, then only you have it. So your food will be always sweet. And he wanted to mean that go out for the work when it is only dawn, and come back the whole days of work when it is already night. So you do the hard work. So that is where is the communication. So one was the follower, so he started following. Another was the thinker. When someone communicating it, you think and then react it. So that is, I think, a perspective we should look at him. And I still find, even today, when you are looking at him, everybody will tribute to him. But I have few complaints also about him. I mean, again, it's a very sweet complaint, I'll say. Person like him should have given a lot more, because his work of art and all things. As today, I still find while I'm working in this industry, people still follow a lot of westernized thing, and they, like, even somebody is not able to talk in English, probably, or with the proper accent, proper pronunciation, people might see, oh, I mean, they have created a pedigree. You are not in that pedigree. So that is where I think, again, he could have worked more. Even Hindi or anything, the son of soil we are talking about. So I think in our education, as Mahulla is here, so in our education, I think more of Indianized work, the style of work that he has done for a long period of time should be documented. And that's why I'm complaining, because I don't see, I mean, today, if you just take out the percentage of work, probably you'll not find even 1% of work which is close to his kind of work. Why? So why not? Rather, I'll say, if you go to abroad, see JWT, or you talk about any other Ogilvy, they are like every universities everywhere, they have like injected their education style and all. But not here. We are still following their style, our education system and all. I think there is also a gap where he should have worked. Though he was in the board of education, which is not again here. He was in the board of education in London. Not here, any of the universities in India. He should have been part of that. That's our mistake again. So those areas still we have to look at it. And that's where I think that this evening will be really successful. That's all I can tell you. Thank you.